What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Riley back at it again with more Cardfight Vanguard Zero. And I got super blessed with the pulls, man. I don't even know how to describe it. I was like, it's going to make you feel kind of bad. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you the list, but it's going to make all y'all feel bad. I opened 43 packs. I think I opened 43 packs, and I got the whole deck, essentially. Pretty much for Time Leap, my bad. So for Time Leap here, I didn't get a chance to ever play it in the TCG because I didn't get into Vanguard until later. So now that it's available in Zero, I'm definitely gonna play Time Leap, and it's pretty good, but it's kind of wonky. I'm gonna put it like in tier 2, like highly competitive, but not meta, not like meta changing, but it can compete definitely. But man, it's kind of wonky. Some of the lines are wonky. So here, let me show you the deck list. We'll go over that real quick, and all y'all can be jealous of my pulls. 1 second here. You can see it's not fully complete. We're going to take a look at it, but it's pretty close. Okay, so looking at the deck, you can see I pulled 3 Mellums. I got 4 History Makers, and then I pulled both. I pulled 2 of the Stride, and one of them was an SP. So I got super lucky. This is probably my most balled out deck that I own. This has the most expensive cards everywhere. I mean, Alt Mile is pretty good too. If you guys want to see my Alt Mile build, it's pretty good, but I'm missing a lot of the Alt Mile strides. So that's why I haven't done a video on that one yet. But if you want to see what I got, it definitely still works. So if you want to see what I have for that, just let me know in the comments down below, and we can go over that too. Okay, so without further ado, let's start going over these grade 1s. We have Mellum. Now, I only have 3, otherwise this would be at 4. Mellum's pretty good, but what she does, the way you want to play Mellum is you want to do it when your opponent is on 5 damage. Mellum boosts herself to 4k. You swing at Vanguard, they block with a PG or a heal guard, and then she pulls herself out to call a grade 0. Now what you're going to do is you're going to time leap that grade 0 back into Mellum and do the same thing again. And then try to time leap again so you can get your 5 attacks off with History Maker and with Phoenix. So it's kind of a strange combo. Like, it definitely works, but if you have your grade 0s in your hand, you kind of just screw yourself over. But when you can pull it off, it's nuts. It's nutty. It's insane. Okay, but on that, I'm playing one of our Yerningen Steam Fighters so we can get our counter charging here. He's pretty good, essentially just for being just for a counter charger. I'm not super certain if I'm going to keep playing him in Time Leap. I thought about taking him out and then putting in the grade 2, but the grade 2 slots are real tight. So you'll see what I mean in a second here. So for right now, I'm playing 1. Of course, I'm playing 4 of the Steam Breath Dragon. You have to play 4 of the Stride Fodders and the Colonel Jet Searchers because we're not playing as many grade 3s. Then the 4 PGs, that's already pretty much standard. Then we got GG. GG's pretty good, but 1 play Soul Blast 2 to draw a card. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep GG in or take GG out. And we'll go over that in a second because GG's okay. But there's other cards now that do a bit better. So, without further ado, let's go into History Maker. Now, this card is the MVP of the deck. GB1 Time Leap. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, Counterblast 1 to Time Leap one of your other rear guards. Now, for those of you that don't know what Time Leap is, I'll show you. Time Leap is an ability that binds a rear guard. Call a guard from your deck, which is that rear guard's grade +1. Put the unit on the bottom of the deck, and then call that bound card. So, essentially what you're doing is you're taking a unit on a rear guard circle, you're temporarily binding it, calling a unit from your deck that's 1 grade higher, and then at the end of that turn, that unit that you call to the rear guard from the deck goes back to the deck, and your bound unit comes back to the rear guard circle. So you can put a grade 2, attack with the grade 2 into their intercept without using a boost, time leap that grade 2 into a grade 3, then boost strike into their Vanguard is the ideal combo there. So with that being said, I'm playing 3 Glimmer Breath, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, Glimmer Breath and History Maker clash. Because you have Glimmer Breath, right? Now Glimmer Breath is Soul Blast 1, Counter Blast 1, spin a unit into their deck from their field. But now you're in an awkward situation to where you have a grade 2, you swing it into their Vanguard's face, you time leap it out, and now you can't hit numbers. So it gets really awkward really fast. I'm thinking about taking out Steam Breath or Glimmer Breath and putting in the counter charger one. Either the counter charge or the one that time leaps when you reveal a grade 3, but it's not super great either. Okay, let me know what you think about that. Taking out Glimmer Breath for the counter charger. And yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking right now. But anyways, you're playing 4 of the Resist here, Steam Maiden Ishin. She's really good. You don't really care about her first ability. The only thing you care about is Resist, because you're fighting a lot of Link Jokers and a lot of Kagero. And you just don't, and a lot of Alt Mal too, to be honest. Some people are still playing Blaster Blade there. So you want to have the Resist. That's super important. Then out here, we're playing 3 Steam Fighter Bailey, but to be honest, we're playing 7 Chrono Jets, right? You never really want to ride Steam Fighter Bailey. You ride him if you really don't have Chrono Jet and you need Chrono Jets. So then you have to waste some resources here. You have to Counterblast 1, and then to put a Chrono Jet into your heart and put this in your bottom of your deck. It's kind of awkward play, but it gets you to Chrono Jet Heart card, which is what you need for this deck. Now we're playing 2 of the Grade 0 stand triggers. If this card wasn't so busted, I wouldn't be playing it. But literally, when bound during your turn, put this unit at the bottom of your deck. So you're putting the trigger back to your deck, draw 2, and then return 1 to your hand. So you are plussing 1 here. So you put them to the field. Let's say you put them behind a unit. You attack on in with a History Maker. You time leap this unit into a grade 1. Now you have a grade 1 booster behind another grade 2, allowing you to hit numbers. And then when you time leap him out, he's bound. He goes to the bottom of your deck, and you draw 2, discard 1, or draw 2, put 1 back. It's insanely powerful. So now that I'm playing 2 of him, I might take Gigi out for another counter-charging grade 1. Or when I get... Probably when I get my 4th Melon, Gigi's going to come out for my 4th Melon. And then, of course, we're playing the 4 Heal Guards. There's no way you're not. Now, here we go to the real player of this deck, the GR Interdimensional Beast Metallica Phoenix. Now, this is insanely good. So, you time leap. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you get the time leap. If you have a Chrono Jet Heart card, Counterblast 1, turn it and G-flip a card up. To time leap one of your rear guards, if you have a face-up Interdimensional Beast Metallica Phoenix in your G-zone, counter charge 1. So, if you're using him closer to the end of the game and you're only going to use him once, you can go ahead and G-flip himself up. 1 second. Okay, so if you're using him at the end of the game and you don't have another turn or you don't need him again, you will flip himself up so you can countercharge 1. So you can utilize some of your other plays like History Maker, going that route, trying to actually finish the game up. But it's super good. It's Counterblast 1, G-flip 1, time leap a unit. Super handy. Next stage, you all should know what next stage does, but this is the true finisher. Funny story, every time I've played next age, I've never gotten his restand because the game's over. So I'm still kind of, I don't know, I like next stage, he looks super cool, but I don't actually get to use his ability very much. His ability is it's super costly, but it can win you the game. So GB2 at the end of the battle is going to attack the Vanguard. If you have a Chrono Jet Heart card, Counterblast 1, and G Persona Blast. Then discard 3. Discard 3. It's insane. To put this unit into your G zone face up, stand my Vanguard, and draw 2 cards. So, here's the deal. He doesn't restand himself. He restands your heart card. So, what does that mean? It means if you get any triggers, do not give it to him. Give it to the boosted unit behind him that you did not attack with. So you swing in with him by himself to the Vanguard. And then you hit all your triggers. You give your triggers to the standing grade 1 behind the next stage. That way you can hit numbers when you restand Chrono Jet with Chrono Jet's boost as well. But this is an insane finisher. Like if they do have a PG, you get to swing again. Fate Rider, Fate Rider used to be my guaranteed first ride. But to be honest, Fate Rider now, I only use him for the G-flip for Phoenix. I have not used him that much. Ragnarok, I reuse Ragnarok a lot. He's either my finisher, I'll go Ragnarok, and if they block Ragnarok, then the next turn I'll go to next stage. So this is my general strategy right now is I go to Phoenix effect, I will G-flip a Fate Rider, I will attack on in, usually we put him to 4 damage on that one, then I Ragnarok, forcing the PG early, then I'll swing him with a rear guard and a rear guard, and then the next turn I will next age, trying to bait out all of the to bait out every single defensive they have left in their hand, and then we'll time leap with History Maker, giving ourselves with History Maker and Mellum, trying to give ourselves a 5 attack turn. Yeah. But anyways, the trigger setup, I'm running 7 draw and 2 stands. 2 stands are obviously the grade 0s here. You don't see a lot of grade 3s, so it's really tough to play anything that relies on revealing a grade 3 or having a grade 3. It's pretty tough to get your stride fodders. I've been in awkward situations before where I have to use like an upstream and a GG to hit my stride fodder essentially. And then, yeah. So it's going to be the decklist, guys. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to see some gameplay with this deck, I'm having a lot of fun. Still learning the deck, though, so it's not perfect. But I'm not a perfect player of Time Leap, but I really enjoy it. Really enjoy what I'm doing. Feels kind of like Alt Mile without the power boost, which is unfortunate, because Alt Mile will give your whole front row boost. And this one, not so much. So you're in an awkward situation a lot where you can't hit. And that feels bad. But that's why I want to take out Glimmer Breath for something more effective, because Glimmer Breath effect, I'm paying a bunch of cost to get something where I'm left in a situation where I can't hit anyways, so it's really awkward. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Other than that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate all of you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.